Hello, dear students. Spreadsheets are widely used by all of us. We use it to organize, analyze, or store data in a tabular format. Many of us are not really aware how powerful tools these spreadsheets actually are. All of you would have used Microsoft Excel, isn't it? And we know that Excel with Excel you can do many things. Today we'll go through Google Sheet, which is yet another spreadsheet. It looks and functions like any other normal spreadsheet tool, but it is an online app and it offers you much more than a normal spreadsheet tools provide you with. Being a web app has its own advantage. The first being you can use it anywhere. You forget your phone at home. What happens? You can log into your account and just retrieve the file from any other system. You can work on multiple devices. Also, you know that Google Sheet is free and it is bundled with Google Drive. You have a Google account, you can use Google Sheets for free. Google Sheet actually it has almost all the functionalities that is accessible or that you can use in an Excel sheet. You can use Google Sheet either in your mobile or in your laptop. Using in a mobile app has its own limitations. There are many features that Google Sheet provide but cannot be accessed using your mobile app. Like you can create your own scripts or you can include add-on. All these facilities are provided by Google Sheet, but this is not provided in mobile app. In today's session, we will be seeing how to use Google Sheets in and mobile as a mobile app. With an active Google account, you can create Google Sheets. And any Google Sheet that you create, that will be automatically stored or integrated with your Google Drive. So you create a Google Sheet and you can find the same in your Google Drive. To use Google Sheet in your mobile, you have to install Google Sheet app. Here I have already installed my Google Sheet app. So I'll just open it. This is my Google Sheet that has been created by me and stored in the Google Drive. Okay, there are different sheets that has been used. To create a new sheet, I'm going to click on this plus button here. When you click on that, you can see there are two options available. One is to choose a template and another is to choose a new spreadsheet. Templates, as you know, is an outline structure which can be modified as per your requirements. There are various templates that are available and can be used and modified as per our need. I can just introduce to you a sample of the different templates that are available in Google Sheet. Here you can see, like you can create a to-do list, or you have an annual budget tracker, or you have a monthly budget, or you can create a calendar. All these are personal use templates. If you are a working person, you need something related to your invoice, you need to create a timesheet. All for to support all these also you have different templates. If you are a student or if you are a project manager, to support you also there are different types of templates available in Google Sheets, like a Gantt chart template or a project timeline template, or you have a project tracking template or an event management template. All these templates can be modified as per your requirement. For example, I can just open a Google Sheet for project tracking. Here you can see a basic outline template is given. Who's your project manager? There are fields to be filled. There are different work or task has been assigned here by default. You can use this, you can edit to your requirements, or you can create or update whatever is given here. Another thing that you can do, if you want to open an already existing template, whether it is a Google Sheet or an Excel sheet, just click on it. You will have your Excel sheet opened in it. Now for our convenience, we will be using a blank sheet. So I am going to use a new spreadsheet. And the most important thing about Google Sheet is it gets automatically saved. So you need not remember to save it every now and then. So this is my Google Sheet. Here I can rename my spreadsheet. I'm going to rename my spreadsheet as a sample sheet. Click on OK and the name is saved. Before beginning with, we'll just get introduced to some basic terminologies which you would be familiar if you have used Excel or if you have used any other spreadsheet. A single cell which is bordered by a blue screen right now is known as a cell. A set of cells is known as this vertical set of cell is known as a column, and this horizontal set of cells is known as a row. When I select rows and columns together, that is known as a range. Then you have lots of built-in functions that are available inside your spreadsheets, like you have functions like add, or you have sum or average. All these facilities are also provided. Then this particular sheet, this full sheet is known as a sheet or a worksheet. This is one individual worksheet. If you want, you can add more worksheets. For that, you can see this is one sheet. If you want to add new sheet, click here, you will have a new sheet. So inside your one spreadsheet or inside your one sheet, you can have any number of sheets, and combine all these sheets together will be known as your spreadsheet. Now we'll see what all you can do with your spreadsheet. Here, just click on this. You want to type any data, just double click on it. You can see a formula or a text bar. You can type whatever text you want and just click on this button. I am going to type name, and you can click on this blue button, green tick mark, to complete your typing. Normally in your laptop or tab, you will be pressing an enter or you will be pressing a tab. Here just need to type in it and click on this tick button. Now the next way in which you may be copying a data is you may be copying it from somewhere else. So we'll see how we'll copy some data and paste it here. For that, I'm going to just close my current sheet. I'm going to open another sheet. Open a file, open whatever content you want to copy. Select the cells, click on any one of the cell, click copy, then move to the file or the sheet that you want it to be pasted. Click on the cell and paste. Your content will get pasted. You have to remember that whenever you are going to paste a content, you have to click a single click on the file. Double clicking on that particular cell will cause the entire content to be pasted inside a single cell. Okay, so the next thing that we can do is how can we do formatting of this text or content that we have typed in. For that, you have different options. You can just see on the bottom of your screen there are different formatting options. The first one indicates the size, and all these are used to align your text: bold, italics, strike, or font color, or alignment inside the cell. If I give the alignment as center align, your content will come to the center. Then this is vertical alignment. You want the content on the top, bottom, or the center of your cell. The next indicates the next symbol indicates text wrapping. The next one is to include the color of your cell. Either you can give a basic color or you can give any particular color. The next option is cell border. The different cell border options are available here. The next thing is here you can use the cell border styling. You want a single line, or you want a double line, you want a thick line or dotted lines. You can choose a style of your border. Also you can choose the color of your border. You want it in a custom color or any particular color, that also you can choose. The next two options indicates, these two options indicate you want to include a row and a column, a cell. This indicates, this one indicates include a new row beneath the current row, and the second option indicates include a column after your given row. Okay, so these are the very basic formatting. There are other formatting options which is available on the top. Here you can see a symbol. If you click on the symbol, you will get a little more options. These are the options that you have already seen, but in detail you can see further more options. The one that is not shown in your taskbar was two was shown, not shown. One is conditional formatting and one was text rotation. Text rotation, you can rotate your text as up, down, or stack vertically, rotate up, or at a particular angle you can rotate the text in a given cell. The next one is a conditional formatting. Conditional formatting, you can give styling to your particular cell depending upon the content or whatever value is contained inside your cell. You can give formatting style. Here already some predefined styles are given. You can choose either of these, or you can create your custom formatting style. I'm just going to show you custom formatting style. You can choose the color. You can fill the cell with a particular color, and you can decide the text color of your text. So this is a basic formatting, conditional formatting that you can provide to your cell. Okay, the next thing that I'll like to show is how to include a comment inside your cell. So for that I am going to click on the plus button shown here. If you click on the plus button shown here, you can include a comment. Click on this plus button, you can see different options that are available here. I am going to choose a comment. So I can give a new comment. Either direct comment can be given to this particular text, or you can choose to give a comment to a particular person. Here I am going to give a comment. Hello, recheck value. Okay, if I click on this particular @ I can choose any of my particular. If I want to send it to a particular friend or a colleague, I can choose a name here. Okay, and send it. That comment will be visible to that particular person only. Okay, so this is how you will be including a comment. The next thing that we can do here is you need to freeze a particular row. Okay, freezing a particular row is required because there are many situations in which you may want to scroll down where there may be multiple comments inside your multiple sheets, or multiple cells will be there. For example, I can show you. In my sheet, you can see around 30 values are there. When I scroll down the sheet, you will observe that I am not able to identify which column represent to my mark in OS of physics, or what indicates my total. Or when I scroll to the right, I cannot identify what is the 76%. This percentage correspond to which person. So if I am able to keep these two cells, the first name, the header cells, and this particular A and B columns fixed, I will be able to view, I will be able to identify the cell identify to which cell this particular value correspond to. What does that indicate? So there are two options in which I can freeze a cell. One is click on the sheet, you can see a down arrow. Okay, click on that. You can see many options here. Last option will be freeze row and column. Here I can choose how many rows I want to freeze. When I change the number, just observe this place. You observe this place, you can see there is a line coming here. This much lines or this much cells row will be frozen. Okay, I am increasing 3 rows will be frozen. I am going to decrease it. only my first row is going to be frozen. Here the next one is a column, freeze column. I am going to increase first column, roll number has been frozen. Second row, second column, name has also been frozen. Okay, now what can I do is, now I have frozen my first row, add 2 columns. Now when I scroll, you can see that I can see the heading and also the name series mark. So who is having a percentage of 68? I can see that is roll number 222 with the name P. Okay, so this is how you are freezing a cell. I am going to unfreeze it again. Okay, now my cell is not frozen. This was one method in which you can freeze a cell. There is another method of freezing. For that, you have to select the particular row. If you select a particular row, you can see many options are visible here. Click on the extension. You can see that is freeze is visible here. Freeze, or you can hide a particular row. That option also will be visible. If you just click on a particular row and hold it for 2 seconds, it will be highlighted. I can freeze it or hide it. Okay, now again this cell is frozen. Okay, now if I want to freeze a row, I am going to select this particular column, just hold it on for 2 seconds. I can see sort and freeze here. So I am going to freeze this particular column. These are the 2 methods in which I can freeze a row or a column in a Google Sheet. Next we will see how I can group certain rows or columns together. Okay, so I am going to click on the particular row, column. I am going to, when I click and hold it for 2 minutes, it's getting highlighted. Here you can see the different options that are visible here. You can autofill, you can clear, you can sort the values, or another option is group. Okay, when you click on group, that will be grouped to another cell. So if I just click on this button, you can see that the 2 rows are combined together. Okay, so the next thing I am going to do is I am going to group it again. Ungroup, I am going to ungroup. I am going to select these 2 cells, and then again I am going to group it. So these 2 cells are grouped. 3 cells I am going to group. I have grouped the 3 cells. So these 3 are combined together. So this is how you can group your cell. Now the next thing we have to do is I want to sort this content. Okay, for that I am going to click on, I have selected the row A to Z. You can see the values has been sorted. What did I do? I have just selected the section. I am going to choose which heading I want. I have selected all the values. Okay, and I have chosen my percentage. Okay, I am just choosing the percentage and going to give sort. So what happens? My mark has been sorted according to the increasing order. If I am going to select this and sort it based on decreasing order, that will be sorted. Whenever you are going to sort, you have your whole cell will be, or your whole sheet as a whole is being sorted. That's all for today. We will see the remaining topics in the next class.